Hey there, how's it going? Another day in Almaty, Kazakhstan, October 21st. Not sure of the exact temperatures at the moment, but it is a very, very pleasant, fairly warm fall day here. So, a quick recap of my time so far in Kazakhstan. I spent the first night at a hotel near the airport and then had a apartment, as I showed, like a small studio reserved for the past 3 nights, which I just walked from in my last 2 videos. Then I went into the center of Almaty and showed around there, and in the process realized that that was a much better place to stay, to have better access to things to see and do. And so I decided to change my plans from what I was originally thinking of doing, which was after the 3 nights there, then renting a car and going on a big road trip. Yesterday, after finishing filming that video tour of Almaty, then I looked on my phone and found a rental car office in the downtown area there. Went over there, talked with them. The car was going to be more expensive than I expected for Kazakhstan, like $70 a day. Probably there's cheaper somewhere, but there weren't many rental car offices there. And then there was this weird element to the rental car agreement, which is that you could only use it in the city of Almaty. If you went outside of Almaty, the car will stop. Like, it will just stop running. Now, you can add additional areas in order to be able to drive to other places, but then you have to pay more for that, and you have to set that up in advance, tell them where you're going, and then it like designates an area that you can drive through without the car stopping. It was the weirdest thing I've ever heard when it comes to a rental car. So it was just kind of sounding too complicating and expensive, because the charge to go somewhere outside of Almaty, which is exactly what I would be doing. I don't need the car in the city here because they have a metro right there and lots of buses. But anyway, I just wasn't ready to agree to a like 5-day rental agreement, and also I kind of decided that I'm just not quite in the mood for the big trip. Howdy, how's it going?
Where from?
America, United
Whoa.
States. Yeah.
Wow.
You from Almaty?
Yes, of course.
Excellent.
What's the name?
Gabriel.
Gabriel. Sundet.
Sundet.
Yes.
Nice to meet you, man.
And you?
You live all your life here in Almaty?
Yes, yes.
Okay, great. You learned English in school? Very good, because not everybody speaks English, I've noticed.
Normal.
Yeah, some do, some don't.
How are you?
Good.
Good.
Yeah, enjoying Almaty, Kazakhstan. So far, so good.
Wow. Beautiful city, yes?
Yeah, it's good.
How old are you?
How old am I? 51.
Oh.
Old guy, man.
Wow.
Yeah. Still backpacking. Nice to meet you.
And you?
So 100 Kazakhstani tenge for the metro, that is 20 cents US. Nice and cheap. So basically I decided to stay here in Almaty as a base and then do trips outside of the city in the coming days. So I have a hotel reserved for 5 more nights, leaving the last day because my flight is at 9:20 p.m. on a Wednesday. So I booked also that night so that I would have the room for the day. But that means that I basically have another 5 days of exploring and hopefully getting out of the city and seeing the mountains around here which look absolutely amazing. So I have a plan for today to see more. You'll find out soon. Let's get the metro to the city center. The train will come on that side. I know that from the last time. Thought that would show you up there. 2021. Metro station. $500 tenge, that is $1 US. Now, got a bit of a walk, 1.4 kilometers to my hotel. I'll see about maybe grabbing a bus or something. It was a 20-minute metro ride. You pay the flat fee, 100 tenge, and then you can ride wherever. A very pleasant park here, KBTU Park, and there is the International School of Economics and Kazakh British Technical University. So I've got to say, after a few days in the city, it is quite nice actually. Not the most exciting city, especially the neighborhood where I was the past few days, but this is a nice downtown area. It is very well organized, clean, feels super safe, super cheap. People are very, very friendly. And it is somewhere little known, somewhere new, different, interesting to me, even though I would love to see much more of Kazakhstan far beyond the cities, but it is a massive country and I wasn't really in the mood for kind of taking the chance of rental car possibly breaking down out in the middle of nowhere somewhere. Unlikely, but just wasn't really feeling like the big road trip adventure and all of the various risks and stresses and whatnot that go along with that. But there is a lot to see right around the city. Mountains, lakes, little villages and stuff. So I think it will be a perfectly fun adventure and show much more of the country just doing some day trips from around here. I haven't looked into day tours. I'm not sure how I'm going to get around. Maybe I will rent the car just for a day, or buses or whatever. It isn't far at all to some very interesting looking locations. Nice restaurant once again. So overall, I am actually impressed by Kazakhstan. I'd say that it's exceeding expectations. I didn't have much in the way of expectations. It is kind of what I expected to a certain extent, but even better. I could catch a bus, but where I'm going is that block. So you can certainly find cheaper rooms in Kazakhstan. I decided to live it up in style a little bit for my last 5 days here. 69 euros, $73, 100 Canadian, 60 British pounds, 35,000 Kazakhstani tenge. Now the Wi-Fi speeds are kind of interesting. So I remarked about the hotel that I had next to the airport here in Almaty. My first night had the largest spread of the uploading speeds versus the surfing speeds, but here it's the other way around. So at the hotel next to the airport, then it was 53 megabits per second surfing and like 1 megabit uploading. So that's very slow for uploading. Here you have slow surfing, 1.5 megabits, but then the uploading is decent, 14. So Wi-Fi speeds are kind of random. So double bed, nice and comfy, TV, AC not needed, nice bathroom, mini fridge, all the necessary stuff, and a tiny balcony with a nice view and pleasant courtyard area in the back. So let's get out of here and go do something fun. Yeah, this is good. Спасибо. Cable car. Didn't realize it would be this popular. Entrance, fast track. Where do you get tickets? I guess this is the line for tickets.
Salamız. Kabina havutu кезінде төмендегі ережелерді сақтаңыз. Басқа жолаушыларға кедергі жасамай, кезекті сақтаңыз.
Restriction for boarding will be applied for passengers who are under the influence of alcoholic, narcotic, and toxicological intoxication. I have no idea what toxicological intoxication is, but sounds bad. In a strongly muddy clothing or with objects shedding an odor nuisance. Absolutely epic. So the ticket price was 5,000 Kazakhstani tenge, that is $10. So a little bit expensive for Kazakhstan. The taxi ride that I got there was just 750 tenge, which is $1.50. So that was ordered by the lady at my hotel, the manager, who is amazing. Great service there. She will just totally take care of you. So she set me up with a day tour tomorrow that's going to be quite amazing. It's like from 6 in the morning until 10 at night. So we're going to cover some ground tomorrow and see a lot more of Kazakhstan. It's only $20, which seems kind of ridiculous. 10 bucks for this thing and 20 bucks for a, what is that, like 16-hour day tour. I guess it must be a big bus or something. And then great news on the taxi back to the airport, since, as many of you know, I had a bad experience catching a taxi from the Almaty airport into the city. So the hotel includes one free airport transfer. I didn't use it getting here because, of course, as you saw, then I was already in the city, but I will get the airport transfer back to the airport on Wednesday, and it will be completely free and should be reliable because she will use a service like she just did for that short taxi ride that I had there. That was only like 2 kilometers from my hotel to the bottom of the cable car. So as you can see, it's a whole like kids fun time thing going on up here. I don't think there's much else to do that I'm gonna want to do, so I'm just going to whoa, did somebody just crawl in there? Oh, I see, the kid is like upside down. So I'm just going to walk up here and get some more views of the mountains. Today is a Saturday, so that's why it's so busy. So look at this, a ropes course. That looks super fun. I've never done one. So you got the Russian, Kazakh, and English. I can't tell the Russian from Kazakh. They're both in the Cyrillic writing. Oh, somebody's stuck maybe. Climbing wall, man, they got everything here. So when we were going up the cable car, I could see a ride that goes down the hill on tracks. I wonder if this is it or if this is something separate that's just right here. There was something like going all the way down the mountain. That must be something different, I guess. Yeah, this is just like a little mini roller coaster. I had no idea what was going to be up here, so this is all kind of a cool surprise. Some sort of a broadcast tower. I wonder if you can go to the top of that. Maybe so. Man, this is a whole carnival here. Pretty amazing. Indian peacock, widespread in Bangladesh, Nepal, Pakistan, India, and Sri Lanka. So there's a whole like bird zoo along here. There are some really interesting ones up here. Now it makes more sense why it's $10 for this, because you get this whole experience. I'm sure you have to pay extra for the rides, I would assume, but to walk around up here and see everything is free. The exotic rooster and chickens. So look at this guy. Hello. Do you want to peck my camera? Go ahead and try. And this one is gorgeous. And chillin'. Chillaxin' in Kazakhstan. Look at this. Whoa. That is the coolest pattern I have ever seen on a bird so far. Similar one there. I guess male and female. Look at this guy. And more chickens and roosters. Okay, well, it looks like you can't get out of here and go up to the top of that. So, I think I basically saw it. Koktobe. Zoo, Exotarium, Children's Playground, Cinema. So this is a great place to bring some kids. I'm just going to catch the ride back down. Emu. Ooh, we got some deer. All right. Okay, so there's more than just birds. Looks like some kind of pigs. Or no, sheep. Black sheep. Dwarf sheep. Kazakh. Arkar Moreno. Alright, I think that is going to do it. Going to head back down, and this is basically the end of the video because I need to get to work and edit this thing, preferably tonight. And then tomorrow is going to be a big day. So, more coming from Kazakhstan. See ya.